On this topic of voting, I want to address one of the things that I think is an elephant in the room culturally. And that is that we tend to vote with our feelings and emotions. We tend to get into a space where it's like, okay, if I'm feeling this person, which, that's a plus. I understand that's a part of the culture. But at the end of the day, we're voting for someone to perform a job duty. We are voting for them to be a competent person to be able to perform a job. Mm-hmm. And that is the part that I want for us to really start to get our minds wrapped around a little bit better. And it's really it's really the timing of this discussion after Congressman Lewis was laid to rest yesterday. Mm-hmm. And, I wonder how many feelings he had when he was protesting on the Edmund Pettus Bridge about the right to vote, and he was being attacked by dogs and he was being fire hosed. I wonder if he felt, if he was feeling that, I wonder about that. And the thing of it is that, we need to understand the history of voting rights. We need to make sure that we're doing our due diligence. These are issues that just did not form yesterday. Or, for example, the police brutality issues are issues that they didn't start with George Floyd or Trayvon Martin. These are issues that have been long-standing for many, many years. And the only reason that progress has been made was because even though people were feeling a bit apathetic and a bit discouraged, and maybe they weren't all gung-ho about their candidates, they still made sure that they exercised their right to vote. The other thing that we tend not to do is to actually get information and get involved and get engaged with candidates. How often do we actually show up at a candidate forum? How often do we educate ourselves about who these actual candidates are when the opportunity presents itself? And now it's really easy. Google and the internet makes it so much easier if you're not a person who's willing to show up at an event. And right now, during COVID-19, we're not able to do that. But I want to encourage us to really make sure that we're doing our due diligence about, regardless of whether or not we have an emotional connection to the individual who is running, that we don't allow that to discourage us from exercising our right to participate in the process and our responsibility. It's not just your right, it's your responsibility to participate in the process.